Hi, this is Trey Passer. Welcome to my review of Fences. I went to see it today. Uh, so today, right after work. This is, of course, based on the play by August Wilson. This stars Denzel Washington, Viola Davis. This is basically a story about an African American gentleman, Troy Mason, Denzel Washington's character. African American father growing up in the 50s and basically his struggle to raise his family in the 1950s and coming to terms with his life and stuff. And it's a small, it's based on a play, so it's a small amount of you know, characters in the movie, which is based on the play, of course. You have Denzel Washington, he plays Troy Mason. You have Viola Davis, he plays Royce Maxon, who's wife of 18 years. Then you have another character named Jim Bono, who's Denzel Washington's best friend, a fellow uh, garbage man who works with him. Then you have his son Corey, and then you have his older son from another relationship, Alliance, and then you have his brother Gabriel, who's been a little, who's in the war, who's not quite the same since he got a metal plate put in his head, because he was in the war. Okay, so that's the gist of the cast. Okay, and it's basically, if you've seen the trailers, it's basically about Denzel Washington's character, Troy Maxon, trying to, raise his family in the 50s. And he has a loving relationship with his wife, Rose, played by Viola Davis. And he has a contentious relationship with his son, Corey, who he's trying to grow up and try to, I guess, instill values in him. And of course, his son, he's a stern man, and at the same time, he's fair. He's kind of a mixed bag in terms of a person. He tries to raise his son the best way that he can, but he's also a very stern father, and really doesn't kind of give his son any kind of room to grow to become his own man. He tries to impart upon him, based on his life experiences, lessons that he wants his son to go by about being if you see in the trailer, you see that little conversation he has with his son to ask him why don't you ever like me, because he's stern with him and firm, but he breaks it down to him about how he doesn't care about liking you. He just wants to raise you to be better than him, and he's a guy who's lived these failures in his life, and he's trying to get his son to be better than he was, but he's, again, at the same time, he's stern, and he's not a perfect man. He has his faults, a lot of faults. And Viola Davis, I thought, was great as as Rose. He's kind of like trying to be the peacemaker between the father and son. And of course, Denzel Washington, I think, is excellent. He directed this movie as well. And of course, they played the parts on Broadway. They won Tonys for lead actor and lead actress. And I think they did a great. Denzel Washington did a great job adapting this, play into a movie, because a lot of times with plays, because plays usually like it's one spot and you have to do a lot of talking, and he does it. This movie has a limited, it has limited amount of places that they go, but they do kind of, evolve it. And I think they do a good adaptation of moving it into a movie, and you still get the gist of the play with this. And I thought Denzel Washington was great as the stern father, because he plays a character that's not really that likable. I mean, he's a like his character is not wines and roses. Okay, his character is stern. You see moments where he's great with his wife, but he's really stern with his sons, and you also see how he's kind of compassionate with his brother, who's has this mental defect because of the war, and also how he's good with his best friend who works with him. But he's also more than that. Of course, he's definitely a complex character, and you see the relationship he has with his wife and the relationship he has with his son, especially his younger son. Their relationship is more adversarial, and that dynamic kind of makes you, again, not like his character as much. But I thought Denzel Washington did a great job as this character Troy Maxon, because he's not, like I said, a very likable character at times. At times he is, but other times he's not. So you kind of conflicted with him. But I think Denzel Washington makes you feel for him, and even in those unlikable moments. Okay, and then also, again, I thought Viola Davis was really good, because again, she has to straddle the line and try to get him, be trying to be peacemaker between the father and son, but also at the same time trying to get the father to understand the son's point of view, as well as why she's supporting the husband as well. And I thought all the actors in this movie, and especially I didn't know that Michael Williamson was in this as Gabriel, his brother, who's, like I said, mentally challenged because of an accident in the war, and I thought he was really good too, not too over the top. I know a lot of times when people play characters that are mentally challenged, sometimes they tend to go overboard. I thought Michael Williamson was really good, and really not overbearing and over the top. I thought he played his character just right. And again, with limited characters in this movie, I still think it's a powerful movie and probably one of the best movies I've seen this year as well. And I really enjoyed this film a lot. And I definitely think Denzel and Viola Davis is going to are going to get nominated for Best Actor. Although I did read that that Viola Davis I guess is going to campaign for Best Supporting Actress. I think they say that the lead actress category is too crowded with a lot of nominations, but I think she should nominate herself for Best Actress. But I think they want her better chances in the supporting character because Denzel Washington is. But I thought she was a co-lead to me, in my opinion, and she won a Tony for lead actress. So that's what my feeling about that. But maybe I'll make a separate video about that. But I thought they both actresses knocked it out of the park, and they played great against each other. I thought they were really good. And again, I thought Michael Williamson was really good, and I thought the younger son was really good as well. Again, he because mostly he has to react to Denzel basically screaming at him. But I thought he was good, and plus good with his scenes with Viola Davis as well, because you can tell this son's character, you know, his mother loves him, and he loves her, and he's real protective of her, and it shows through the play of the movie in this case. And I thought this is really a really excellent adaptation of a play, and I would give this movie an 8.5. I thought it was really good, really excellent, and really brought up a lot of emotions. And me watching it as a black man, watching this story again about a black man trying to struggle to raise in a man that's bitter about not being afforded choices because of his race and stuff, and again trying to raise the family the best way he can and stuff, and then being hard on his sons. And I thought it was just an excellent adaptation and a really good movie. So again, 8.5 for me. And again, I think Viola Davis should be nominated for Best Lead Actress, I think, in my opinion, even though she's they said she's trying for Best Supporting so she can win. But either way, I think she deserves an Oscar. I think she's really good in this movie, really good. That's based on me not seeing the other actresses' performances, but nobody's been nominated officially, so I guess. But I think she should be nominated for lead actress, just my opinion. And Denzel, of course, for Best Actor, and I think for Best Director as well, because he directed the movie. So there you go. So anyway, let me know what you think. If you've seen Fences, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below, and if you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.